It's not that big of a deal. No, 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 no. Not a fish. Oh my gosh, that was scary. I'd never noticed them do that before. Oh my goodness. That was alarming. Hello, 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 and welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Butterrflyy. We're here on Minecraft as it's Minecraft Monday, and this is episode 14 of the Minecraft Let's Play series. We're here up in the top of the treehouse. As you can see, I did a little bit of decorating. We now have lanterns on fence posts on chains, hanging down, lighting this whole place up so nothing spawns up here. And of course, then I added this little kind of like a canopy in a way, some sort of thing to kind of decorate the center here. So we have some paintings going around this entire spot, which are then on trapdoors to kind of cover up the beds here. Really simple, just nice little setup that we got going on. Then we have the crafting tables and furnaces going all around. The game plan for today actually is we're gonna go ahead and build the tunnel to get underneath to the house. That way we can fill this empty space down over here. This whole entire space is gonna have some sort of arched cave way that we go down a staircase, cut over to the right, probably leave the scaffolding over on the other side, or maybe I'll make this go down so deep that we can somehow create a staircase, and then we'll just put a little ladder piece to jump up onto. I'm not entirely sure how I want to do that yet, but there is some other things to go over here. All these bamboo spots, I actually added a piece of string, but I must have let that one go. It's not that big of a deal. No, 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 not a fish. Oh my gosh, that was scary. I'd never noticed them do that before. Oh my goodness. That was alarming. Wow, okay, what a way to start the episode here. Sheesh. This is getting really alarming. They need to chill. Come on now. Well, anyway, I went ahead and added some string to all the bamboo spots. That way we can have some with this nice leafiness to it. I'm not entirely sure what those are, but it's a little bit bushy on it and it adds a nice look to it. So I went ahead and did that to all of them, except that one apparently, but then that allowed me to go ahead and also leave these ones here. I think it just adds for a nice little bit of greenery and some more decoration to this area. So I think it looks pretty cool. Then of course I added the string to those pieces of vine so that can grow down into the villager's farm over there, and then the villager get out. Speaking of the villager, that leads us into over here. I went ahead and added some bone meal into this area. That way it just gives a little bit more decoration to all this space. And then on top, whoa, I think I might have messed it up. Let me go ahead and grab some of this out real quick. I'll trade and then we'll get back to the topic at hand here. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure what's up with this. This is acting really strange, but I added this chest down here, so I thought that maybe it would just do the regular thing and feed into the chest, which then allowed me to go ahead and pull it out of here. But I don't know, for some odd reason, they're just kind of letting the stuff pile up now. I don't know, I might have messed it up. I'll have to fiddle with that later, but that's what I did. I went ahead, extended the storage for their farm here. That way I didn't have to worry about this stuff happening with them piling it all up. But that's it. That's all I really did off camera. Decorated the top, added some string to all these bamboo spots and the vines. Then of course I did a little bit of extra stuff to the villagers there and gave them a little bit of extra space. Oh, and I also added some andesite here to the path. You can't really tell. It's just a little bit more gray to add into there. I might do something with the back of this here, but I'm not entirely sure what yet. But it's kind of awkward to have this weird space here. So we're going to go ahead and get started on this. I don't know that I'll do any time lapses, but I might. I kind of wanted to do this more of like cutting around and actually talking a little bit more than kind of just cutting all the talking out, mainly because there's a little bit to talk about. I kind of want to go ahead and say a huge thank you for all of the support that we've been getting here on the channel. It's tremendous how much support we're getting, and I can't say thank you enough. We've actually gained a handful of subscribers, so welcome to the channel. Hopefully you are having a great time here. Every Monday we do Minecraft videos, and I try to tie in Minecraft a little bit more. Of course, last week we had a lot of stuff going on with Fortnite, so there was a lot of Fortnite content last week compared to most weeks. I'm trying not to keep this cave too squared off. I want to try to make this look like some natural cave in sorts, but I'm not entirely sure how good of a job I'll do with that. hoping for the best here, but of course, never done most of the things that I've been doing in this world prior to now, so everything's kind of on a whim here. Maybe before we get ahead of ourselves, we could come back up here. I'll start this entrance first. Maybe that'll allow us to figure out what we want to do. It's kind of odd that I'm doing it now, but we'll do the entrance and then we'll worry about the other half. Maybe I should go ahead and grab some of my gray blocks here quick. That way we can actually decorate this spot. I was not prepared for any of this. I forgot to grab all this stuff. So let's go ahead, grab some cobble. We'll mix in some diorite. I don't really have a use for diorite, so let's do that. Maybe we can even add in some granite. And then of course some walls, because why not? We have more cobble slabs. I guess that's it. So let's go ahead and get back down in here. I'm not entirely good with my arches and kind of making it look natural, so we're just trying our best here. We're gonna kind of have a little bit of stone mixed around here in the ground too to kind of make it look like it's rubble on the ground. So bam, and maybe we'll slap another piece of cobble there. Do a little bit of this here. Doesn't look too bad so far. I want to keep some of the fence there. I don't want it to just be all stone coming through the other side of here, but I kind of want to somehow mix in some of it. So of course we'll add some slabs in here and there to kind of help round this off a bit in the end. Maybe we'll put that there, and maybe we'll even cut it down into this way in a way, and then we just won't worry about placing that there. We won't make it look like it's forming into here too much. I'd like to try to keep this as normal as possible, so maybe we'll put another one of them bad boys there. I don't know. We'll work on the inside there in the end. We'll just do what we're doing here, kind of keep this archway going. Maybe I could just do an outline first, and then we'll worry about mixing in other blocks in the end. That sounds like a better plan. Then back here, I was kind of just going to break all this fencing. This is not easy by any means. I have no clue what I'm doing. I had an idea as to what I wanted to do here, but now that we're working on it, it definitely is not an easy task at hand. We'll start mixing in some of these other blocks into under here. Maybe we'll just break the fence posts all together. Kind of just get some slabs rolling under there. It's kind of strange because it's like the dog pen. I didn't really want to bring too much into here, but we're kind of at that point where it might look a little bit better if I did. Mix this up into there. I don't really like these two blocks being side by side, so okay, that just looks a little funky. Maybe we'll slap that piece there, or we'll put another piece of cobble here. Yep. Did not realize I put that much dye right there, so that works. I think that looks pretty good from the inside so far. We'll work on the outside here a little bit. Like I said, I had an idea as to what I wanted to do, but now that we're working on it, this is definitely not as easy as I expected. And maybe we'll go ahead and make some staircases actually. I think some staircases going up along the wall would help out a little bit. Actually, could walls make like a solid piece here? That might even look better. Oh, they can. Yeah, that's nice. Let's actually go ahead, mix one into there. That's good. Wow. All right, that works. Yeah. Then we'll slab it across there. We'll get some staircases in here. Can't just do all slabs, of course. Do some slabs of everything. Start mixing in our slabs here into the back. We'll kind of do that wall stuff back here as well. Maybe we'll just put a couple of these in here. Whoops, did not mean to do a staircase. Or maybe, yeah, we'll do a staircase and then we could even do, bam. It's kind of weird, but I mean, it'll be our dogs, so they need some rough area to kind of explore, and so maybe we'll try staircase under in there. Doesn't look bad. I say it looked pretty good, and then we're probably still gonna start mixing stuff in more. I just don't want it to look too squared off. I want to kind of keep some randomization going here. So maybe we'll kind of stretch the sidewalk going underneath into here. It's kind of very randomized and all that jazz, but that'll be the dog pulling away. Go ahead, try to grab some more water from over here. Getting a little bit off track, but I try to like to keep everything kind of merged together in some way and then also still look good at the same time. So I think this looks pretty good so far. All right, let's get back to this pool and then we will finally get back to everything else going here. All right, there we go. Nice steady water. It's kind of odd because we kind of have a fish shape in a way. Not too much, because if I had a staircase there, it might look a little bit more fish-like, but I think it's pretty good. Does not look too bad. This is going to be the dog area. Maybe we'll just mix in some stone here and there actually real quick. It'll be our dogs. Dogs like to oddly sleep on like some hardwood floors and stuff like that once in a while. So we'll stretch all these other blocks out into here, kind of keep it all rough looking. No pun intended, considering they're dogs, but you get the point. That looks good. We got some greenery in here, then it's all randomized, like stone and dirt and mud. Yeah, this looks solid. This is nice. So the entrance is pretty much done. We'll just have all the wood stretched out around here. I'll probably tweak some of this stuff in the future. You never know. Sometimes I notice something that could maybe use a little change and I'll change it. Typically it's off camera, so whatever you may see here might not be finalized, of course, because I'm already still messing with it, even though I said it looks pretty good. Yeah, that looks pretty solid. We'll just have to tweak some of this stuff down here on the ground, like kind of stretch this stuff over a little bit. That looks pretty good. Didn't want to mess up the wall too much here, but we kind of had to make it look like it blended in together somehow. So if we're walking this way, that looks pretty good. Yeah, I like that. I dig it. We have the entire pen here looking pretty good, pretty good. Got some grass still in there for them. Got some mud. Got a little water pool. So that looks pretty good. I don't know how many dogs we'll end up having here, but overall it looks pretty good. Okay, that looks a little bit better now. We got a little bit more of an archway going. I figured out what was a little bit iffy with my thoughts on this spot, so that works. The inside is nice and mixed around, not too much touching each other, not too much granite, cobble, or andesite in there, or not andesite. We got diorite. All right, now we have the entrance worked out. We have the archway worked out. We'll just have to fiddle with it here on the inside to give it more of a better arch look. But that is definitely solid looking now. Definitely have a weird process of how I'm tackling all this, but in the end, it'll all come along. It'll all look pretty good, I believe. Okay, that looks perfect. Wow. All right. Then we just need to incorporate the wood back up into here a little bit more somehow. I don't know. I'm kind of trying to blend these together as best as I possibly can. All right. So the walkway down will be about a 2 wide, and then we'll kind of make a nice natural looking cave down in here to get to the other side. But I think the entrance and all that other jazz is definitely looking good. We now just need to go ahead and incorporate all of our blocks here. All right, now that I have my inventory cleaned out a little bit here, let's go ahead and start working on this again. All right, this should be a pretty decent height here. So let's go ahead, slap one there, slap one there, slap one of them bad boys there. I want to keep it pretty high off my head. I'm totally unsure as to what I'm doing right now, but I'm really hoping this comes along together in the end. Kind of fill all this stuff in with roughly the shape that I want, and then we'll just mix in the other blocks then. I think some of the random cracks and crevices really pull it all together, so I think that's definitely something we want to keep trying to incorporate into all this stuff here. Trying my best to, at least. I think that looks pretty good. All the colors, everything. Of course, we still have some more of a cave to get going on here, so we can't nitpick everything too much here. Let's go ahead and work on this a little bit more. I want to try to keep some of the natural stone down here as well, so I'll kind of just mix around some other blocks on the ground, not too much. And we'll probably actually bring some like grass in here, because I kind of want to turn this into like a mossy-ish cave in the long run whenever we finally find some of them blocks. So for now, we'll kind of keep some of like the dirt and the grass growing down in here, and then some other blocks from like the ceiling that we'll have thrown on the ground, kind of make it look like some of the stuff fell in a way. If this was like an actual stone area, I think it'd make it look a little bit better and help me out a little bit with how I'm doing all this. But since it's mostly dirt and we kind of got to add all these blocks in ourselves, it's definitely a little bit tricky. I thought this was definitely going to be a quicker project, but this is definitely taking longer than what I ever expected. Never knew that randomization of blocks could be so tedious and intricate at the same time. I think maybe we will try to work on some sort of staircase up into here. Perfect. Okay. That is 10 times better. So, and then of course we'll do a little bit of cobble there, some stone there. Voila. All right. Now we just need to work on the walls here. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, there you have it. I waited about 30 to 45 minutes to go ahead and wait for all this grass to grow. So if we come down here, we got all the grass grown in. I added some grass blocks in as well as some flowers. Then I even added a little bit of water to kind of spice things up a bit. And I think it looks super great. I like the way this build turned out. It looks phenomenal in my opinion. Yeah, this build turned out great. I mixed up some of these blocks here a little bit more to kind of randomize it a little bit. But there's so much to look at and so much to choose from that you can't even really probably tell which blocks I really mixed around. But aside from that, we got the grass going on here. I added down the walkway here, and these are actually supposed to be dirt, but for some odd reason I think these blocks are actually turning them into grass, so I just let it go, so it's no big deal. Aside from that, we went ahead and came in here, pushed this corner back a little bit, because if you do remember, there was a fence post here and 2 blocks here, so I pushed that corner back. We kind of evened it out a little bit here. Some of these grass blocks were supposed to be dirt, but of course I don't understand how the grass physics work, so now the grass, but that's no big deal. Once again, of course, I did change up some of the blocks back here, but like I said, there's so much to look at that you probably can't really tell what I actually did. I even can't tell what I actually did. We added some grass back here, some grass across the walkway to kind of spice things up a bit and add a little bit of extra stuff going on. Then in the meantime of also waiting, I went ahead and tried to figure out the village situation going on over there, but I just can't figure it out. I don't know what the issue is. These villagers just keep picking up the carrots and throwing them on the ground. And I even fixed up the situation going on with the chest down here. I changed the villager inside. I did as much as I possibly could, and we'll have to figure that out. Hopefully have it figured out by next episode. But that's basically it. That's really all I did off camera, and that's pretty much it for today's episode. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this build. Hopefully you did enjoy this episode. Of course, if you guys do enjoy Fortnite, definitely check out yesterday's video. Went ahead and checked out the Chapter 3 Season 3 Battle Pass, as well as we dove in to explore the world together. So if you guys enjoy Fortnite, definitely go ahead and check that video out. Link will be down in the description below, as well as here in the outro. Once again, I just want to go ahead and say thank you for all the support on the channel recently, and a nice big welcome to all the new subscribers. Once again, welcome to the channel. Hopefully you do enjoy Minecraft, Call of Duty, and Fortnite content, because those are the main games that I go ahead and post here on the channel. So hopefully you do enjoy, and hopefully you are willing to stick around for time and time to come. Welcome to the channel. That's it for today's episode. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and as always, spread love, radiate positivity, and try to smile. See ya.